right. Well, hello, everyone. Hello, and welcome to another Role Players.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Hey.
What's going on?
Hey,
What's going on, everybody?
Hi.
Quite a week and a half or two that we've all had.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
It has been crazy. We're going to talk about that in a moment, but for now, greetings, adventurers. Welcome to another episode of the Role Players. I'm your Dungeon Master, Judd, and these are my wonderful players. These are my peeps. I love them.
Oh, love you too.
Hi.
Say hello, my players.
We just get more wonderful every week, don't we, Judd?
Every
That's
week.
true.
In our own opinion.
Especially when we miss a week, and now I'm like, oh, I was really missing you guys. So now you're extra wonderful tonight.
This is double wonderful.
That was
for
a
you.
strategic move.
Yeah, exactly. Well, tonight we do a very special episode tonight. Obviously, there's been a lot going on in the country and spreading out into the world. We, the role players, if you have seen our message that we posted last week instead of airing our show, we are definitely standing with the Black community out there to fight for justice, to end racism, to fight for equality. This is just something with the injustice we cannot let continue. This racism grows unchecked when we don't stand up. And it takes all of us to stand up, not just the Black community, every single person of every possible color and background.
Yeah, all humans. All
Yes,
humans. We're
thank
all
you.
human.
We're all
That's
humans. And we need to watch out for each other. So towards that end, our little part that we're doing tonight, we are raising money for an organization called Color of Change, which is a fantastic organization. Not only are they on the front lines of fighting the injustices out there, but they make it easy for people to also take action. If you check out their website at colorofchange.org, you'll see that they pre-fill out emails that you can send for petitions, all kinds of amazing, wonderful stuff. We're strong on board with them. We've set a goal for 500. We've already raised $320 towards that goal.
That's awesome.
So
Great.
if any of you out there want to give towards that, you can follow the link on our Twitch page below and donate, and it will reflect in that little thing that you're seeing on screen right now. Also, any bits, subs, or otherwise donations that come in tonight are all going to be pooled and donated to Color of Change. So everything from tonight's episode is going to that charity. And while this is certainly helpful, this is a tiny, tiny drop in the bucket of what we all need to do. So, this is a fight that we can't, advertise for a week and then forget about and let it just drift back into the darkness. We have to stand up every week. We've got to keep our phones on. We need to look for injustice, and we need to support the Black community and support everybody else in this world so that we're all safe and all have a fair shot.
And we'll all fully self-actualize. I mean, honestly, when everybody is together and there's harmony on earth, then everyone's happier. It's obvious.
Be something, say something. Be each other's police.
God, yes. And it's so over freaking due. That's the thing. It's like, I think what happened, I know a lot of people just finally decided, we've been having the same thing in circles for just decades, right? Like, enough. So
and it's interesting, since we posted our video, we've lost a few followers, and I'd say before you just stop following us, reach out to us. Let's have a conversation, because it doesn't have to be so polarized. Maybe you think that's it, and I'm not going to follow the role players anymore because they're standing up with the Black community. Reach out to us, because we can have a conversation, and maybe we can find a middle ground to help you see a different perspective.
And we also have a conversation on Discord on Fridays at 8. So that's another place to jump in and
absolutely.
Let's talk about it.
And honestly, multiple perspectives are welcome, because I think that's kind of, you have to be what you're telling people to be, and trying to not to knee jerk against somebody and just open up a dialogue instead and create empathy is how we try to be the change we want to see in the world. So nothing hurts from communication, and if you're willing, we would really welcome those insights. We would love to understand, actually, anybody who doesn't agree with us, we'd like to better understand how we can help bridge that divide and why we can't agree or don't agree. Yeah.
Absolutely. And look out for a special kind of show that Jamie, our beloved Jamie, who's been with the show for a long time, she is putting together an anti-racism kind of panel that she and I are going to participate in. So stay tuned for details on that, which we hope to post soon. In addition, this is also Pride Month. So another community that needs our love and support and equality and protection. And we're just going to share our love for all of the people in the LGBTQ plus. And yes, I just realized that some of our players are in the wrong spot. So I'm going to fix that as I'm talking.
Sorry, my internet is cutting in and out, everyone. So.
Oh no. Okay.
Hey, I'll be a czar any day.
Oh, I didn't notice. I didn't see it.
No,
all
it's
I know
okay.
is this sweater is very hot and I'm wearing it anyway, just because I want to support the rainbow so much. So
The rainbow.
Well,
at least until the break. Unless I pass out from like, if you see me like go down, you'll know why. Because it's hot.
Sweat in winter.
So
it's summer, people.
It's it is summer, and you're wearing a very heavy sweater. I think you get credit for that sweater. I think you should just hop off camera and get comfortable because I'm hot in here in a t-shirt. So
I'm hot in like a crop top. You should definitely change.
But Maddie, you're hot in a crop top.
No.
No disputing that.
Okay, well, speaking of Maddie, actually, we have a regular programming this week, and Maddie, I believe, is still going to be hosting our D&D Fit this week on Thursday. That girl
can, you guys.
She can work out.
You're gonna be working,
you like
you guys,
to exercise.
Yeah, she does.
Complain a lot throughout, so just be.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That's my kind of exercise.
What's happening? We get a break. We don't have to do it this week.
No, you're gonna have to do it on your own. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Maddie's gonna be leading us.
Follow along. I'll be leading.
Cool. That's good to know.
Yeah, you can still come over, Peter, if you want. Just keep
or Maddie,
your social distance.
Yeah, we can all meet up still if we want, but yeah. So look out for that. Reroll will be back next Saturday, hosted by our very own Killer Panda. So that's very exciting. Yes. And I believe that's it for announcements. Anybody have anything else that we could point out the creepy background that Peter has, but it's
Peter's
side.
That's
Peter. The background. I like it. No, I can't explain it. I just
get back
into
your spot. Just
it got creepier.
Stay there.
Since the last time I looked at it.
It's necromancers. We got to battle those skeletons.
That is true.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
have this other background.
The man is on theme. You cannot deny it.
I think my mic
also, are you wearing more? Like, is that a doublet? And is that new, Peter, or is that
this? I ordered this. Had it made in France in October, and it just got here like 2 days ago.
Shut the front door.
Yeah. So
okay. Can you just do like one thing that I really want you to do, which is can you just unsheath them like you're a badass
Oh my gosh!
a little bit,
and like spin them. Spin them.
Don't hurt yourself, but yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Wait, I have swords here.
That's tight.
Oh, you do?
Gabriella, you have a sword?
The entire wall of this bedroom is lined with swords and revolvers.
Shut
I cannot take off.
Yeah. When we get back on
there's a sword?
set,
One second.
You have a compass.
We're doing some prop work, you guys.
All right.
There's a skull and a rose pressed into the leather.
Our goal is to have all of us in cosplay eventually, but we're working one person at a time.
Joking.
Oh, look at you, girl! Yeah.
Well, this is I'm talking about real swords, but Steven said I should just show this one. The bottom?
That's a lightsaber.
Yes.
Wait, it really lightsabers.
Yeah.
Totally.
It really lightsabers.
Also known as a sun sword, right, Chad?
A sun sword?
The sun sword is basically
the D&D version.
The D&D version of the lightsaber is called the sun sword.
The flaming sword.
That.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I don't think we have any weapons here at our house.
I heard a legendary D&D story where someone was playing an adventure module where they found the Sun Sword, which is like this legendary weapon, but it looks like just the hilt with no actual blade on it because the light comes out. So the guy told me that his players like thought it was like a broken sword hilt, just got like rid of it. It's like tossed it aside and like he was like trying to drop hints to them. He was like, "Yeah, man, but there's something about that hilt though," and like they did the whole adventure and like didn't get the amazing weapon.
Well,
that's yes.
These are the sorts of mistakes that we're definitely not gonna make today.
Oh
we
no,
would never do
we're
anything
so much better than that.
Yeah, we're like the A team.
Yeah.
You guys haven't missed anything yet.
Right.
Oh, but that is from Curse of Strahd, and that is a major weapon. And if you don't get that, good luck.
All right.
Yeah, if you don't get that, bye-bye. Okay, sorry, Jed. Go
no, it's okay. I just remember that we're doing a show and like we're not just gonna hang out and chat.
Oh, you're right.
This is so fun though. We could just do this
on the
tonight.
internet right now.
We must have missed each other. I guess we missed each other.
Hold on,
I forgot to send you guys an announcement.
Pants on. I'm sorry.
No, dude, I don't have pants on. Don't worry about that.
Oh.
Wait, do you all have pants on? That's so weird.
Who has pants on?
I would call them pajamas.
And I full on did a conference in front of 2,500 people in my pajama bottoms.
Yeah, you did.
But from the top up was actually business, all business.
Right.
There you go.
Business up top, party down below.
No.
No.
Okay. Without further craziness, let's
That's
go.
not the end of craziness.
Oh no!
Don't mislead our followers.
It's not.
No.
We all love it. We love it.
You guys remember how we're fighting in like a war?
Yes.
Oh, go ahead and turn it all serious, Maddie.
Well.
Yeah, remember when we were fucked up in the top of the tower? Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know all of
that.
I thought you guys were just scouting it out.
Yeah.
I will chastise you for splitting the party again when we come back. Let's start with our intro and get this night rolling. We'll be right back.
Yes.
I'm just so glad it wasn't me that spoke the party.
About a time that me and my friends found a new world. It started on a ship brought together by a storm. We traveled through the rift to a new world beyond. We were thrown into shackles, we were hunted down by thieves, but we'll never let it stop us from sailing up Niagara. For we are thee.
And we're back. Oh, no, I didn't get to hear it this time, but I still love that fucking song.
I was going to guess. You like that song?
I still love that song. People around my house are telling me not to sing it anymore, though. So,
yikes! All right,
I've gotten shut down.
It's been banned.
People get ready.
Yeah. All right, everyone. So let's
Not
bring
by me
it.
though. I tend to harmonize when he sings. I do the cantado.
So the children are telling you to.
Right.
The children.
Yeah. A child, one particular child.
One ornery child.
I'm just gonna say the oldest.
Yes. Okay. Wow, this is gonna be a hard night to stay focused. All right, bringing it all. Bring it in.
Do it.
We're in, and we're
all right. And last time in Anacrally, if you'll remember, Kello from the town of Lucanor was leading the charge into Makutha, the city of magic, and to exact retribution on the necromancers for enslaving his town and killing his wife. And following Geisel's secret entrance, you all led about 180 warriors up the secret staircase into the city. And as you started to fan out, Kello started directing troops. He's convinced that the leaders got to be in the upper tier. Again, this is a tiered city with 4 levels. The highest tier being the 4th level, and he thinks that's where the head of the necromancers must be due to a map that he has. So he takes most of the group that way. He sends some through the middle, and he sends some to the south. Now, in whatever wisdom that you had at the time, the party split, and Arisette and Dagmara went up to the nearest guard tower, watchtower, to clear it of the baddies up there. That went very well. However, they also attracted the attention of several necromancers and some dark object that tried to attack them. Through some clever thinking and some bad rolls by the DM, you managed to survive that encounter. Meanwhile, Tabitha, Otto, Seville went south to the tip of the city with Ilie and encountered a few things along the way, but Otto and Tabitha leapt from the 2nd tier down to the top of a building in the 1st tier and took up defensive positions and managed to start systematically taking out these clumps of skeletons and necromancers. And meanwhile, Seville, you hung back with Ilie at the top of the stairs, heading from tier 1 down to tier 2 down to tier 1. And Otto, as we ended last episode, you were looking at the last group that you could see down in the 1st tier, another group of 12 skeletons surrounding a necromancer. And that's where we find you all tonight.
12 skeletons, you say? That's all?
12 skeletons and a necro.
Okay, well, and a necromancer. Right. That's a little bit, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, we got Jack Skeleton on our side, so we're good.
Oh, there you go.
Pumpkin king. I love the music.
Oh, we can do it. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah. It may not be new for our viewers, but we can hear music during the stream now, so.
Yeah, something we've been working on. A little special thanks to KP, Killer Panda / Ashley for bearing with me all weekend as we sorted that tech out. So.
It is a little loud for me.
See,
a little. Just a tad.
Just like 2 notches.
I think it could be this track. The one we tested earlier wasn't so loud, but this one
was quiet. Yeah, so that's right. That's all right. You let us know. I can adjust. Is it good now?
Little lower for me would be good.
So basically, where I have
we hate it is what
still
we're
loud. Still loud for us.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I know Ashley is just rolling her eyes right now.
Yeah.
They told me to make it louder.
Sorry if we're pulling up any.
They totally did.
Well, yeah.
All right, that's what you get. Right. I don't care if you can hear it anymore.
That works.
Okay.
So
you
we're
all
facing
get to roll
off.
With disadvantage tonight.
We're facing off against the necromancer and 12 skeletons. You said.
Yeah, it's not easy, you know.
Let me paint the picture again. So, and we're gonna start with Otto, Tabitha, and Seville. So, Tabby, you and Otto are on the front edge of a very large building on the 1st tier, looking out onto the grounds, and you see straight ahead is a large, it looks like a temple in the shape of a pointed sun. And the group of skeletons and necromancers are right in front of that building. There are several other buildings scattered throughout, but it's more open than the other tiers that you've seen so far. You had already cleared the necromancer that was flying over the lower portion of the city, so you don't see anything in the skies. It's early morning. There's no direct sun. It's a cold, dark day. What would you like to do?
Did we roll initiative at the end of last time, or are we in battle order?
You're not currently in initiative. So the last group is about 100 feet away from the front of the building that you are on.
How far are we away from that glass domed building?
That's the building. So
okay.
So about 100 and 120.
I'm just looking at my range here.
And what are they? Are those? Is that mass of them advancing toward us, or are they kind of staying put, or what are they doing?
They are actually roll a perception check for me.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna try out the built-in
Oh.
D&D Beyond dice roller.
Zippity-doo-doo-da.
So many new things, guys. All right. I got 4 plus 2, 6.
6. So.
It must be broken. It's probably not working properly.
You'll get there, D&D Beyond. We believe in you.
Yeah.
So I mean, from what you can tell, they seem to be just congregated in front of that building. So you're not quite sure if they're definitely not marching towards you, and they might be moving toward the building. It's kind of hard to tell from your perspective.
I think I'll know what I'll do. I don't know if the commander can see them, but I know that I can see them because I'm on top of the building.
Right.
So I kind of want to yell down to him, what I see, and I'm like, there's at least a dozen of them coming this way, and I like kind of point over and I say, if you draw them out, we could blast them from this high perch.
And I would like to know something. Sure. Is there a ledge on the building? I duck down using my stealthiness, can I just scamper across the edge to a different corner?
Yeah, absolutely. Now you are in the front right corner looking toward the building, and Chad's on the opposite left corner. So you're both kind of, opposite corners of this. Yeah.
Okay, I would like to duck down and then go right into the middle.
Okay.
Of the building and just stay ready. My crossbow, which has the longest range of any of my weapons, but just stay ducked underneath so they don't know that I'm here.
Okay, great.
And I'm with the commander on the street, right?
So Seville, you hear Otto yell out, and Ilie looks over, and you both hear, and he nods, and Ilie starts sending his men down, and women, down this stairs, a long staircase leading down to the first tier.
All right, I'm going to head with them.
Okay.
To intercept the skellies and just draw them like Otto said.
Yeah. Okay. Love it. Let's put this plan into action. I'm gonna probably stay on the roof and be ready with some spells.
Yeah,
because I know. Close.
Yeah, so I think we'll take out the skeletons, and I'm just gonna quickly just look up an Otto. We'll take care of the skeletons. Get that necromancer.
Okay.
Aye, Edgeguard.
And we're gonna draw them. Do they look like they're coming to us?
You can roll a perception check too, and as you're doing that, Otto,
that building. Well, I can't see anything because that's a.
Otto, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw, please.
Wake. I'm awake, bro. Okay,
you need to be woke.
Wisdom saving throw. I can't say that I'm loving that.
What did you get, Peter?
Let me see what I got.
8.
Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing. You can't quite tell. They're kind of milling about in front of this building.
Yeah, that building just does not tickle my fancy at all. I think we need to get there and do something before they enact some kind of magic in it.
Dad,
sorry, go ahead.
Can I see if I perceive what's going on? I mean,
go for it.
A woman's intuition is.
Yeah, so you sneak over to the middle and you can pop up and take a look.
Third time's the charm.
All right, what was that? Perception?
Perception.
So that was a 7.
Wow, we are right.
You guys all see the same thing.
And the hits keep coming.
Otto, what did you get?
Uh-oh.
I got, you guys ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
A 9.
Oh my God.
No one go
so
over 10
high
tonight.
compared to the other 2 people.
This episode of Role Players, will they break 10?
It's like Dumb and Dumber.
Will double digits happen tonight?
Chad, I sent you a message. Check that out.
Oh God.
All right. I definitely
The message
don't want one of those tonight.
Roll better.
So yeah, you you see me say that, I yell down toward, can you remind me the commander's name, Judd?
Ilie
and Seville, and I like stay perched on the roof, and I'm sort of like rubbing my hands together, like those of you who have seen me cast spells. It looks like I'm like getting ready and prepared, but then like I take a second and kind of cock my head, and I just slide down the roof of the building and like am hanging over for a second, and I just try to like drop down on my feet and just take off.
Do an acrobatics check for me. They're right over the edge of the building. There is a large alicorn statue there are two that are on the edges of these large steps that lead up to the front of this building. And I
see.
What'd you get?
I got a 15.
Okay, there you go. Yeah.
Nice.
So you suddenly.
Who would have thought?
You all see, well, those that are there. You see Otto suddenly kind of flip over the barrier and look down, hang, and push off, kind of land on the alicorn. You see the wings are half broken off. It's been defaced a bit. Half of the horn out of the front has been broken off. But he grabs hold of the head and slips down, landing on his feet, and takes off running towards the sun building.
I see? Are we seeing him pass by everybody?
You're seeing him. Well, he's kind of got the head start because the building is ahead of where you are all coming down the stairs right now. So he's just sprinting toward the skeletons and the necromancer. In that moment, you see all of those skeletons suddenly open these doors, and the necromancer goes in, and the skeletons follow, leaving the doors open. Otto is just racing after them. What are you doing?
I'm gonna follow him.
It might be worth noting, maybe I'm oddly silent about this.
I'm yelling, Otto, Otto, Otto!
He's ignoring you. He's in a full sprint.
So, go ahead, Seville.
No, go ahead, Maddie. Tabitha.
He's about 50 feet away now.
So I am surprised at Otto's bravery in this moment, because that's usually what I do. And I feel torn. I look back towards the tower where the girls are.
If only she knew.
And I look towards Otto's sudden bravery, and I don't know where I'm going to go. What is happening back with the ladies?
Do a perception check. And at this point, Otto is about 20 feet away from the front doors. Seville, are you still racing?
Yeah, and I'm going to call Ilie.
Ilie, yep.
Yeah, I'm just going to call him. Back me up, back me up, back me up.
He's already been running. The whole group of you have been running down towards the front.
I'm going to shout to Otto again and to see if he hears me, and then go into his mind. Otto, stop, stop.
Here I am. Rock me like a hurricane. I won't go. I won't stop. I won't stop.
All right.
Stop.
Tabitha, what did you get?
I got a 9.
You got a 9. And I'm sorry, you were looking back at the tower?
Yeah, to see if I could see what's happening with the ladies.
It's actually pretty far away at this point, and it's because you're now on the first tier and they are on the second tier, and there are a lot of buildings in between. You kind of try to see, you see the top of the tower, but you can't see.
Was there anything? I thought there was stuff flying through the air.
There was before.
Okay, but there is no one.
From your vantage point, you can't see anything in the air.
Okay, well, I feel like I'm closer to Otto, so I would like to jump down.
Okay.
Or maybe scale down the building if I think I can make it.
Which one are you going to do? I mean, it's about 20, 25 feet down to the ground from where
I'm rolling really badly, so let's scale down the building, because maybe I could still catch myself.
Sure. Just do a strength check for me.
Strength?
Or you can do athletics. We'll use athletics.
Well...
It's the same kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Acrobatics are really much more my thing. But sure.
Well, you can switch and try to be more acrobatic about it if you want.
I would love to be more acrobatic about it.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Okay, that is 9 plus 6.
Okay.
So what's that, 15?
15. So kind of similar to the way Otto managed to get off the roof. It's not that pretty, but you managed to do it. So you kind of dangle. It's a longer drop for you, and you manage to kind of hang and then push off so that you land on top of the alicorn on, actually assuming that you go to one side or the other, because otherwise it's an even deeper drop, and balance yourself on the wing, kind of flip down, land on your feet. As you turn around to look, you see Otto is entering the temple, and the doors shut behind him.
And do I have my faculties about me right now, Judd? Can I say anything to them? Do I acknowledge them or not particularly?
We'll come to you in a moment.
Okay.
Seville, what are you doing?
I'm going right after him, and if there's any windows or anything that I can get a glimpse at, because I mean, just being with Otto this entire time, seeing him do what he just did is completely out of character.
Okay, so
it seems so.
As you're running and you're looking, you don't even have to roll perception of this. You see the design of the building. Again, from the top, you can see it has a large glass dome on it. And it's got these points that come off to the building, but each point is about 35 feet tall, all made of stone. And so there are no windows on the ground floor. The only glass you see is the top. And there, where the 2 points come together at this place at the front of the building, you see carved out are these large doors, each with sun emblems on them that are now slammed shut.
All right, well, I'm going to try to open the doors.
So you make it there, you slide into a stop, you pull, the doors are not budging.
Uh-oh.
And I try to examine if he just locked them, if there's a way to pick them, something quickly just to, before
do
they
an
do what they're going to do.
check.
All right. 22.
22. There does not seem to be a lock on it. There are 2 large metal pull rings, one on each door. As you're pulling, and it feels like it is braced from inside. It is not giving much at all. And as you're struggling there and you're pulling, you hear
Oh boy.
from inside. And Tabitha, as you are racing, you see the glass light up inside with this bright orange light, and then fade. We're gonna leave that there for a moment. We'll be back.
All right.
Arisette, Dagmara, as a reminder, you are clinging to each other at the top of this watchtower, and you have been heavily assaulted by several necromancers and some kind of flying dark shape that you managed to defeat. What would you like to do?
Do you have any potions? Do you have a potion?
I have none. I know you have none either, but I think it might be time to go back to our friends.
Yeah.
I'm a little hurt. I think you are too.
Yeah.
Shall we?
Yeah.
So, I think I want to take the steps down.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
But maybe we stop on that first floor that we saw one down and see if they have anything there, or just go straight down. What do you think, Dagmara?
Agreed. Let's go through our cellars or anything.
Maybe at least some
I just need
dressings.
something as I'm like stumbling over.
As the
going
two of
down.
you limp down, the first floor that you come to is kind of the weapons storage. And if you want to look around, as a reminder, you see barrels of arrows. There's also a barrel of tar. You see,
right.
You see bows. You see all, just kind of standard armament lining the walls. You do remember
tar flammable?
Yes.
Is? Yeah.
I did think about it last time we were fighting, but I didn't know if we're going to have enough time to go down and bring it back up. So we're going to keep it in mind.
Yeah.
I just want to point out, this time you split us. For the record, I want the record to reflect that you, in fact, I'm sorry. I was just it was like a lawyer kind of thing that I need to keep track of, like for a legal issue. But you guys go ahead.
I mean, he did put the bait out there. I mean, let's just be honest. Like, what was he expecting?
I'm not sure taking the bait is something I did, but that's fine. That's fine. If it makes you feel better.
I mean, I see why I would need a lawyer because there's like gray area, but with a good advocate, I could probably spin that.
Yeah.
I do. There was definitely bait laid.
Go to Asley. They have some good lawyers there, some magistrates there.
So Dagmara, do you think it's worth our time? I don't know. It looks just mostly like weapons, but
do you think it's better to just go to our friends and let them wait?
Perhaps you're right. Okay. Let's just go down.
We're just gonna we're gonna do it. We're just gonna bite the bullet and go. Maybe find something along the way. I mean, if we find as we go down, I'd like to know what's further down. If we find something
every floor, we want to check it out.
So the next floor you come to is kind of sleeping quarters. You see beds. You see some small chests near the beds. There's a wardrobe type piece of furniture there.
Fucking bait, man. The bait!
I want to check out the chest.
Roll an investigation check.
Okay. Alrighty. 17 and plus, excuse me, 5. That's 22.
Nice. So, are you looking for anything particular? Or are you just opening it up to see what's inside?
Health potion, and also to see what's inside.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So, not looking for traps or anything. You just open it up, and luckily nothing happens. You see several piles of clothes inside. And now there are about 4 chests here. I'm going to allow you to keep that roll for all of them if you want to look at the other ones. This just looks like it has a bunch of clothes. There's an old pair of extra boots in here. This one, there's not much.
Okay.
Check the others, and maybe I check 2 and she checks 2.
Yes, let's do it real quick.
Okay.
So I'm going to roll it again.
You can use that.
Ooh, we got a natural 20. So 25.
All right, we needed some good rolls.
There you go. Arisette, what did you get?
I got a 2, which means I like trip and I just fall on the ground. I'm like, I sure hope there's potion because I'm having trouble.
You're like, there's nothing in this one. It's just stupid clothes.
I don't even get to the chest. I'm like, I'm hit. I'm hit bad.
Dagmara,
and as I'm opening, I was like, hang on. Yes.
You move to the second one and you open it up, and it's like it's kind of the same thing, and you're getting really frustrated, and you start to close the lid. But as you close it, you see something in the bed next to it, and it looks like a weird lump at the end. And you grab the sheets and you pull it up, and there's a little pouch that looks like a money pouch right away. And there is a little vial about 3 inches wide of this glowing yellowy liquid, kind of almost like a lime colored liquid.
I kind of look back at Arisette.
Wait, don't drink that. I don't know. It might not be healing, but I think I've seen something like it before. I don't know what it is.
It's a margarita
then let's
potion.
just keep it. Let's take
it. It is the legendary margarita potion.
Arisette. Which one of your team, of your group, of our group, would know? I have not been with you long enough. Otto?
Actually, Dagmara, roll a history check for me.
Oh. You're correct. Time has come for my rolls to not be as successful. I rolled a 9.
Okay, yeah, you feel like you've definitely seen potions this color before.
Right.
It's the bottle is throwing you it looks like a standard healing potion color for inaccurately to you, but the bottle shape and size looks a little off, so you're not quite sure.
I wouldn't drink it. I'd wait. We should ask Seville. Maybe
I
he
agree.
know.
I agree. Yes.
Keep looking. Maybe
okay, next chest. Okay, super quick. Rolling for the next chest, the third one.
Or you've done 2. Arisette kind of did 1. There's one last one.
No, I didn't. I didn't even make it to it. I just
She was on the ground.
We're gonna say you tripped. You slammed into it. Its contents spilled out, and there's nothing of interest there. There's one more chest. Were you gonna do the other one, Arisette? You said you were just gonna do 2.
Oh, you want me to roll for it?
Go ahead.
Okay. Ah. Oh, come on. Ah! I got a 17.
Yay!
And then on top of that, I got a 20.
Wait, what?
I got a +3, so it's a 20.
Oh, nice.
Yay!
There you go.
That was a little
That
confusing, but
seems
I'm with
good.
you. Yeah, that is good.
Spen-
20,
Spencer's-
20 is good.
Mhm.
20 is good. All right. So you see Dagmara very successfully find something unusual hidden in that bed. You actually first pat down this bed. There's nothing there. You go to the chest. You open it up. You look inside. You start throwing out these clothes. Another pair of boots. What's up with all these boots here?
So many
And
boots.
you grab a pair of socks to throw it.
It's-
And as you grab it and you start to throw it, you feel there's something hard inside. And your hand kind of stops. You pull it back, undo the socks, and you find this key. It's a black key, and it has a very intricate shape. And as you turn the shape kind of vertical, you see it resembles a crude skull on the end of it.
I think I'll keep this. It might come in handy.
And I'll keep what I got. As we both put our new possessions in our pockets. Let's go. We have to go.
Okay.
Are you all right?
I think so.
Okay.
I was just
Really
got
both
faint.
holding on to our wounds. All right. Keep going down.
Okay.
Okay, so you make it down to the first level. You see the door that you believe closed behind you. There is a kind of wardrobe type thing that is open and empty, and that's all that's on this floor,
Okay.
except for like a low bench for sitting or changing boots. It's a big boot place.
Just kind of look at Arisette and kind of shrug, like, keep moving.
Do you think we should set this place on fire before we leave?
Kind of give you a mischievous look. I don't think that's such a bad idea. If that's a watchtower of theirs, why not?
We don't want them coming back and changing their boots anyway.
Hell yeah.
All right, let's do
Let's
it.
do it.
Okay.
Let's do it. Just go right back up.
So
to
we
the
go
top.
right back up, and I take my crossbow and I like pew! I puncture one of the kegs of tar, and it just starts dripping.
Wait, your
just-
crossbow goes pew!
Not my crossbow, my bow and arrow. My bow and arrow.
We're gonna have to get you a crossbow.
It's a
'cause-
really
No way.
small one.
It just
A little
throws me off because you're always so you're like, I notch my arrow.
I
I
notch my arrow,
target
and
my
then-
prey. I release just as it goes pew.
It's a Nerf gun.
I love it though.
Sound effects are not my forte yet.
No, it is lovely.
Oh,
No, I think it's great.
All right. So
So I go and I pew.
We've lost so much blood. We're delusional.
We're loopy. We're just
Delirious.
positively
Yeah.
loopy.
Yeah, you guys are a little crispy.
But
Yeah.
suffice it to say, there is tar flowing from that keg, and someone's gonna light that up.
I think that's a
That's
great
the
idea. Okay,
tar
okay.
Have a
starts-
match.
kind of pouring out.
Do I have a match? That's a good question. Do I
Yeah,
have
you
a-
I think you both have some like a tinderbox in your
Shall we?
box.
Wonderful.
Should we do it
backpacks.
together?
Together.
3, 2, 1. And we just light it, and we start booking it down,
Watch it
like
burn.
all
Just
the
burn
way.
for a second and then
Yeah.
go.
You see
Not
one of
me.
the
I'm like, oh.
Arisette's gone. Dagmar,
Tripping over
you
chest.
see one of the little flaming embers land right in the middle and kind of go out, but one lands right at the edge, and as the tar kind of moves close to it, you see, and then the fire just spreads across this tar, and as you see the tar spreading across the wood planks of this floor, and it's
Beautiful.
starting to creep back up towards the barrel.
It's gonna explode. Oh shoot.
What are you doing?
Freaking
We're running. We're booking it. We're
Gotta
booking it
run.
down.
You guys,
Black
you
Sabbath
start-
starts playing.
You start headed down
Yes.
this spiral stairs. You see Arisette ahead, just booking it.
It's like parkour style, man. I'm
Yes.
like 7 steps at a time.
And you're listening, and
Jumping over
it's
railing.
you just hear the of all your footsteps heading down, and you think, okay, well maybe it's not gonna boom, and you just see this concussion wave
Oh.
comes down, knocks you
Yeah.
both on your faces,
Oh
and
no.
you see pieces of the floor start kind of like giving in and falling down. you're close to the entrance. You pick yourselves back up. You get out as bigger pieces start to spread. Fire everywhere. Is the whole inside of this tower. The exterior is all stone, but the inside is all built with this wood support structure. So you make it out.
Got nothing left.
In time.
They won't be changing their boots anytime soon.
Oh, there we go.
The wild freak
you go.
I appreciate that you took
where it hurts.
You're going to be walking around barefoot for a long time.
Your footwear is not
like that, necromancer.
Sounds like
you're going to have nothing to put your socks into. Burn.
I hope your feet have calluses.
What was the thing? Cool guys don't look at explosions. So like Arisette and I just walk out.
Yeah.
Totally. There's like fire behind us. Super baller.
A piece of wood just like scratches me. I don't react. I just keep walking and starts bleeding.
That's right. Yeah, Chad, you're right. It's total Black Sabbath blaring in the background. Generals gathered in the
and obviously,
yeah.
I don't know what the hell's going on with me, but I feel like when a huge explosion happens in the tower, you guys are probably like, what the fuck?
Yeah, well, you probably actually, Seville and Tabitha, you can't see it from your perspective now. Now that you're fully down.
Or maybe hear it, I don't know.
Can we hear a boom?
I would say you hear a boom.
A pew.
And actually, Dagmara and Arisette, I was trying to say this before, but you had looked out at the end of last episode and saw Kello's men on the third tier surrounded and fighting a pretty scrappy fight up there.
Uh-oh.
Right. Arisette, shall we?
What would you like to do?
I'm not well enough. No, I need to get better. I can't.
Then we have to look for our friends.
Yes. I think we should try to find Seville.
And you know that they went down towards the tip. You had seen them earlier heading down. We're going to call it south, heading to the tier, the first tier of the city.
Then let's go.
Okay.
We have to. We have to find them.
Low profile if you can.
Yes, just stick to the walls. Just keep low. What do we see around us right now?
Do a perception check for me.
Not super high. I got 12.
12. Down at this level, you're kind of surrounded by the buildings. It's hard to get any sort of a vantage point. You can see along, because you're standing right next to the outer wall of the city. So you look back, you can see that it goes for several hundred feet before stairs go up to the third tier. And turning the opposite direction, you see that it goes about 100 feet this direction and looks like it drops down to the first tier down below. Other than that, you're just kind of surrounded by these buildings. You can't see the center of the tier that you're on, and you don't see anything in the sky.
Okay. Arisette, down the stairs, I think that's where they were. They must have gone.
Down the stairs, you think so? Okay.
First tier, right?
What?
Yes.
I think so. I can't remember. I don't know.
Me neither. We need to find some potions because I'm looking down at my wound and it's kind of bleeding and
I know. I want to try to do a memory check. Can I do that? A history check, Jed?
Sure. To remember where they were?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do a history check.
Okay. It was. I got a 10. I don't know.
Do you think it's that direction? Towards the tip?
I think it was that way. Okay. Yeah. Okay, we'll just go. I think we're right. I hope we're right.
Okay. And I just kind of, swing my arm around and, we just hold each other and kind of like just keep going, keeping low.
As you hobble off.
Yeah.
Otto, we come back to you now.
Yes.
You find yourself inside of this beautiful or once beautiful temple. It's so much larger feeling on the inside as you can see the hollows of each one of the sun points and this massive glass domed roof that's held up with this intricate gold, looks like pure gold beams. It's just gorgeous, the crafty work. But as you bring your attention down to the center, you see that it has been completely bastardized. There is a large dais or an altar of something. It's easy to tell from even this distance of about 60 feet that it is just drenched in blood. You can see there's a small body on top of it, and there is a head on a pike close to the altar.
Gross.
Human head?
You can't tell from this distance.
Okay.
Wow.
As you look around for the skeletons and necromancers, you see this in front of you, this pile of skeleton bones and a completely torched, twisted body of the necromancer that you saw as you were giving chase into this building. The doors, you look back, they're completely sealed, and it looks like there's no way to open them. And as you look around, you feel this coldness spread through your body. And you just hear this. About time we meet. And you spin and you look. Roll a perception check for me.
Generals gathered in their masses.
This is
Just
creepy.
like witches at
This
night
is some
masses.
creepy crap.
Copyright.
I don't know about this.
Yeah.
all.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
damn
Guys,
that.
Peter. Otto, what'd you get?
Okay, I got a 14.
14. You glance around. There's shadows everywhere in here. There are a couple small flickering red torches that surround this altar in the center. There's no other light except for the dim light of outside. It doesn't seem to penetrate the darkness. There are deep shadows everywhere you look as you spin around looking for this voice. And that cold that is creeping through you, and you're feeling this sense of panic. I can see you at last.
Who are
I don't
you?
like that.
Oh shit.
That's some creepy stuff.
I am the one that whispers to you. I'm the one
Ooh.
that is there for you.
It's you. And I like glance down at my withered old tome of spells.
And you see there's frost sticking to it. Almost like the air is getting pulled to it, and it immediately lands and ice crystals spread over it.
Wow.
Oh, how have you found me here? I've long sought to understand what you are.
You have never interested me before you came to this place that you're in.
Okay, rude. First of all.
First of all, ouch. I say, well, it may interest you to know that I have found cause here. I seek the end of those who dwell here.
And who dwells there? This place is outside of my sight.
I kind of gulp a little bit, look around, my hand sort of at the hilt of my sword. I say, these are followers of a death cult. One who worships Fornuge, the god of this realm. And so I've told you the truth. perhaps you can tell me who you truly are. The power that you have given me through this. And I like hold up the book. I know that you are beyond comprehension, but help me understand.
If you are worthy. And at those words, you feel like his breath is on your neck, like as if he were standing behind you. Your skin just contracts and you feel a shiver run through your body. The intimacy of this conversation is unnerving you. I need to understand if you are worthy of my time, whether you are worthy of a deal.
Deal. And I almost feel like a glimmer of hope. This is something Otto's good at. I am always amenable to a deal.
Deals.
And as far as my worth, as far as the matter of my worth, give me a chance to prove myself. I think you'll find that, well, I can rise to the occasion when need be. But how would I serve you blindly? I still don't know who you even are.
All in time. I can grant many things to you if you do my bidding. I grow weary of my pursuits where I am. This realm that you have found, I felt as you passed through with the tome. You're creating a sort of gateway. And wherever you are now, I feel the power growing. I thought I had lost our connection, but it seems you've returned. I feel you.
I sort of feel a cold sweat form at my head. I wipe it with like a handkerchief. I say, I have felt your power here, unlike that I've ever known. If you would find it worthy, help me bring down this Fornuge and his followers. Perhaps it will make way for you and for us.
Do a wisdom save for me, Otto.
All right, let me see here. Three.
You feel a presence that dominates your entire being, as if your soul were being compressed with fiery pain, and you collapse down to your knees.
Oh no.
How do you...
Any deal you do with me will be binding.
Oh.
And like the pain is so... Go ahead, sorry.
So tread lightly, and I think we could have fun together.
Ew, creepy.
You're gonna have fun together, no thanks.
That is so creepy.
I am in no place to challenge you. If that's what it requires, then consider me. And I kind of look down for a second, and for whatever reason, when the pain took over me, I kind of went down to my knees, and a couple things fell out of my my satchel, and one of them was my hand mirror, which has a crack in it. and I look down and I see like my reflection, and it gives me pause, and I kind of like look at myself for a second, and like I struggle with the words, but I say, "Then I am your faithful servant," and I put the mirror back into my satchel and kind of like get myself.
As you say those words, you start to pull the mirror away from you, you see this flash of image of yourself, and you're strong, you're so incredibly powerful and youthful and strong, and you have just adorned with magical items, and you look like a conqueror with a blood red sky behind you as you put the mirror aside. Excellent. Our connection is formed.
And I kind of gulp, and like I am crippled by fear in this moment, but I manage to sort of like stifle a yelp that might otherwise escape, and I say, very, very well. Very good.
I will prepare the contract, but you are mine now.
Ooh,
and with
the
this
hasn't been signed yet, y'all.
With this deal in place, I will make you powerful. I will make you rich. I will teach you knowledge that no one on your plane has.
I have read countless tomes. I have pored over the finest libraries of Faerun, and yet even here, this withered tome has shown me much more than I've found anywhere else.
Yes. So
and my eyes
more.
Sort of widen.
We
and I say,
will have it all.
I say, my lord, show me the way to stop them. I fear that we are outnumbered. We fight them now. With your guidance, with your power, they'll stand no chance, will they?
I will come to you at the time. And and you just, all of a sudden, your head shakes, and you look around, and the darkness seems to have lifted. You see much more light streaming in now. You can see the body and the head on the pike above you. And memories start flooding back in. You released this incredible power when you came through the doors. You destroyed all of those skeletons. You closed the doors and barred it from the outside. And as your hearing comes back to you, you hear and you see the doors are being pushed and fought against.
And I have like this moment of like psychosis. Like I'm barely able to comprehend like what is real and what is not. And I'm like sort of trembling, and under my breath, I'm just like, what have I done? What? And I like the sound of the doors kind of jar me into action. And I just go to them, and I kind of like, is there a way to, can I hear on the other side? I'm like, what? Who's that?
You can see there's a really thick bar that you can just pull open and stop reinforcing the door.
Mm-hmm. Who is it?
Otto! Otto! If you can hear me, open the door!
Seville! And I lift the bar up and throw it aside.
So as soon as I see Otto, I'm quickly scanning to see if he's okay, and then look beyond with my weapons drawn, just to go out in front of him, and then look back to him. Why'd you run off like that? I've been calling you. What the?
And I say, Dr. Et, thank you for subscribing. Wait, what am I talking about? It's madness taking hold. That doesn't make. I'm sorry. What?
Yes, thank you from all of us.
Yes, thank you. I don't know what happened, Seville. And you can see that, like,
so, yeah, what am I seeing?
I look a little pale, probably, and I look scared.
He does. He looks completely scared. His hands are trembling, and you see behind this pile of just scorched skeleton bones and the remains of a necromancer, his robes completely charbroiled. And beyond that, you see this altar covered in blood with a body on top and a head on a pike.
Oh.
Right. Captain, fan out. Search this place. Be careful of traps. And then I'm going to go to Otto. What happened to you, man? You lost your mind? Why'd you run in there by yourself?
I like sort of like grabbing on to the shoulder of your arm, and I'm like, I don't know what happened. Listen to me. I thought we were just bound to lure them in, and I told you, lure them to us. We blast them from afar.
Tabitha, you're there now as well.
I'm gonna.
Oh, Tabby.
Yes, Otto.
I want to see if he's telling the truth or he doesn't know where he is or what he's telling.
Roll an insight check.
I like look at Tabby, and for some reason I'm inexplicably emotional, even though I saw her like 3 minutes ago. I'm like, it's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. Let's not forget that so there's like kind of a war happening right now. So I don't know why we're doing so much chatting. There's like a good amount of fighting to be done.
And like when you mention the war and you mention the fighting, like some kind of tunnel vision like lures me back like palpably, and I look at you and I say, that's right. And they will perish soon. They will regret having ever stood here.
I'm liking the positivity, but we're actually going to need to go. Time to go, okay?
So
I just like, yeah, go ahead.
23.
Oh, 23. You don't get the sense that he's lying, but you get the sense that he's extremely frightened and confused, and very visibly shaken.
All right. I want to bring up that conversation we had in Vorden when I dragged him into my room to ask him certain things. I'm not going to, but because I can see he's frightened a bit. But Otto, are you ready to fight? Can you fight? Are you all right, man?
And like, there's like a mischievousness in his eyes, like maybe even a slight otherworldliness that's not normally in his pupils. And I say, I'm more than ready to fight, Seville. You'll see in due time. Let's go.
I give him a kind of a second glance, thinking to myself, if I see that behavior again, for his own good, I might have to knock him out.
All
right. So you watch as Ilie and the rest of the troops, they've fanned out. Yeah. They stay away from the circle, the center where the altar is, but they don't seem to find anything else, and you see them all starting to head back towards the doors. Thank you for the follows.
Thank you for another follow.
What would you like to do?
So whatever was happening here got completely disrupted, right? DM, Judd?
I mean,
I love that. It's like
I'm gonna run to the altar. I want to see. Do I see a head on a pike and a body?
Yeah, you see it from where you're standing.
Right, I want to know if it's Schmettrell because I know he got dragged here, and I want to see if it's him.
Roll a perception check, or if you're gonna kind of poke around, you can do investigation. But
yeah, I do. I do want to poke around. I want to see what's up here.
Is there any like of our enemy, like the skeletons got destroyed?
You know what that is?
Yeah, I do. I know what that is.
Are there any bad guys around?
No, none that are alive.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna go outside the doors.
Okay.
And I'm gonna prop the doors open, because I hated how the doors were shut and I couldn't get in when I'm like a master unlocker of things. And
took it as a personal insult. That
yeah,
was...
and so I'm kind of just gonna like guard the door and see if there's any bad guys coming up.
Okay, awesome. Seville, you each kind of go pass in different directions. Tabitha heads for the door. You head for the altar. You only go about 6 steps, and you can see very clearly it's a halfling that has been dismembered. And a couple more steps, and you pause, and it's definitely Smitrel, his head on the pike. As you get closer, you see that this is a very intricate altar, more so than the ones that you had seen before. It looks like it has been constructed on top of the whatever was there. You see remnants of like broken stone where they've wrecked something and they've built on top of it this like 3-stepped up platform, and each ring of these steps has these intricate runes carved in it, with this raised central altar in the middle, covered, just drenched in blood. There's still blood kind of slowly seeping out of Smitrel's body. He's completely naked, bound to the table, and he has these deep runes carved into his chest, and of course decapitated.
All right. So the ritual, whatever happened here, looks like it was completed.
Yes.
Well, even though we hated this guy's house, I mean, he didn't deserve this.
Yeah, this looks like. I just think to myself, they must have known he was in league with Draven, the archmage that they're trying to get to. I just think to myself, do I see the blood leaking to anywhere? Do I see anything?
Doesn't look like anything's collecting.
Something has been summoned.
Do an Arcana check for me.
And Judd, I'd like to study the rune on him. I find myself quite interested in these dark sorceries.
Otto, roll a Arcana check with advantage, please.
Okay.
10.
These symbols don't look incredibly familiar to you, Seville. I mean, you can see that the ones that are embedded in the stone look very intricately and carefully carved. The one on Smitrel's chest is of similar origin, but you're not familiar with them.
I got 20.
Nice.
Otto, as you walk over and you see Seville is looking and trying to kind of figure out if this was a summoning circle, what this could have been, you pause. It's as if you were looking at one of those old 3D posters that, you just got to wait for your eyes to click and you can see the 3D image. The runes suddenly seem much more familiar to you than they did before. It's almost like you're speaking this language now, and it's very clear that this was a special, it's kind of a reverse of a summoning. This is a specially designed trap to send a soul, to extract the soul from a body and basically sacrifice it.
Yeah, and I go over it, and you see me mouthing, able to read the rune, and I look to you guys and I say, his body is not the only thing dead. His soul is gone. And I say, we'll need to take the fight to them, or else there will be more who experience the same fate. So what are we waiting for? My fingers are kind of twitching.
Yeah, I'm walking by that pike. It's on a pike. It's on a stand.
It's kind of like a stand. It looks like it's not just a normal pike, but it's like a rod that is somehow attached into the stone, and his head is stuck on the top of it.
If I can wrestle it out, do anything, I just want to pull it out and throw it on the floor.
Yeah. It makes a terrible, gross, squelching sound as you pull it off, and huck it away. What's left is like very similar to a spear tip, except it's very intricate iron. It's not solid. Looking at it, you can see that there are patterns reminiscent of the runes that are in the rock and carved on his chest that actually make up the tip.
How long is it?
It's about 4.5 feet from the ground. The tip itself is about 8 inches.
All right.
Also, did Tabitha see any like bodies that look like they might have any golds stashed away on them? She's getting bored by the door, so she's just trying to figure out something to keep.
I mean, the only body that is nearby is the necromancer, and it's pretty crispy.
Like he's singed.
Like he's been in a massive fire. Like he's more than singed. Like his robes are partially melted. You see like some of the fat of his skin has boiled out. Like it's crispy and gross, and it's
okay.
Stinks.
So here's what she's gonna do to work around that situation. She's gonna use her rapier to kind of just like poke around to see if anything jingle jangles. You know, jewelry might not have burned, coins might not have burned.
So getting really bored by the door, Tabitha struts back in, pulling her rapier, and starts poking at the body. Roll investigation at disadvantage for me.
I got 16 and then 14. So we're going to take 14. And what was I rolling for?
Investigation. Still pretty good.
Investigation. So we're also adding 5, y'all.
There you go.
There's to underestimate the halfling.
Yeah. Nice roll.
So you're just, just stabbing it over
poking
and over.
Away, yeah.
Just waiting. And then you hear ching, ching, ching. You definitely find some metal. You take your rapier and just kind of slice away at the robe, revealing some disgusting cooked flesh and a blackened pouch of some kind. And you can see inside, because the pouch is basically flaking away. Mm-hmm. You see what looks like several gold coins that have been partially smelted together.
Gold lump.
So I'll be taking those.
Okay.
Gold's gold, baby.
It might be hot when I'm grabbing it, but
it's quite cool, I promise you.
It's quite cool.
It would have to be lava to overcome your I should say Tabitha's level of greed. I mean,
absolutely.
Not my greed, my character.
Yeah. I don't know what I was thinking. Excuse me, please excuse me.
Okay, so you reach down, you pull that out.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Oh, hold on. I will tell you. On the one necromancer, 42 gold pieces.
Okay, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Not too shabby.
Okay.
All right.
So
I'm gonna take this little spear type thing with me.
Okay, that's actually easy enough to do. You kind of just wrestle it and kind of twist, and you pull it out of the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What would the rest of you like to do?
And then I'm looking over everybody's. Where's Dagmara and Arisette?
We need to go find them, and we need to reunite as one and put down this evil group for good.
Well, I saw Kello run up the center of the stairs. He must be going to that center he talked about. Let's join the fight and end it.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that's what. Yeah, I unsheath my sword and run back toward the fray.
Yeah, and so you all charge out, ready to return. You see Ilya's calling the rest of his men. Everybody starts pouring out of these doors, out of this big temple. And up ahead, you see, limping down the path, Arisette and Dagmara, a little singed, a little bloody.
Ladies! Ladies!
Oh my God.
I whip out a healing potion.
Oh, yes.
Who looks more hurt?
We're both hurt. You only have one.
I'm giving one to Arisette. One of y'all boys can help out.
What's
Just kind of look down at my stab by that tail, you know. Like.
All right, I'm gonna hand Dagmara healing
both
potion.
they're both pretty bloody. I just had to look at your hit points.
Thank you, Siva.
All right, I'll hand Dagmara a healing potion.
Arisette, clink.
Clink.
All right, and I think those are standard. So 2d4 plus 4.
Okay.
So you can roll those out and add those hit
Thank
points.
you, my friend.
Thank you.
Sorry, I think it's 2d4 plus 2.
Oh, is it plus 2? Oh,
I think so.
I don't have my.
I could be
screen.
wrong.
No, you might be right. I was trying to do it off memory.
2d4 plus 2.
There is a greater one that's, I think, 4d4 plus 4.
That must be it.
That's probably what you're thinking of.
Yeah,
So
this
much
is
better.
2d2 plus 2.
Thank you so much. I feel so much better to have
You're
it.
welcome. Okay, so let's
Your
keep it
sight-
together. What happened up there?
Your sight was so nice.
What
You
did
are-
not happen?
We didn't have any healing potions. We did the craziest thing. We blew up the tower.
I just kind of look at the rest, and I'm like,
Sauce.
yeah.
What are you doing?
what's-
I'm
Is that
like,
your?
I'm like, you did? You're brilliant.
Yeah. And no
Let's
more
just
boots.
say-
No more boots for them.
Do
And I just kinda
you
lean in.
sort of need like a moment? Or
I just really hurt. I'm
She needs
still
a few
hurt.
moments.
you'll still
Yeah.
hurt.
Yeah. Yeah, we're
Come here.
just-
pretty
I lean
badly
in.
hurt.
I lean in and I just say, let's just say that they won't be really watching us for quite a while now. And then I wait, I do a double take, and I'm like, Otto, you look a little odd.
And we've all been through things in our separation. Arisette, let me have a look at you.
Is there anything that I sense in him, Judd?
Do a perception check. Or you could do an insight. I mean, he hasn't said a lot or given a lot of time, but you can roll an insight if you want to try to ascertain his kind of mental condition.
Insight, okay. That was natural 20, so 24.
Oh hell!
Oh.
I'm not well.
I just
I'm
sense
not
something.
well.
I
He
sense
just-
something.
Yeah, he looks like he's shaken, but putting up a strong front. Definitely not his normal swagger.
And I'm looking over Arisette and I see she's injured. And I kind of like rub my hands together and my eyes flutter as though getting ready for spell casting. And it's kind of weird for a second. Like, you guys have seen me cast these healing spells easily and like use them a bunch of times. But like I hesitate and like my eyes is like open and like I get sort of like a fixed like looking at the parts of you that are like injured, and there's like a weird like hesitation or like bloodlust or something. But then like I kind of like shake my head and I just do it anyway.
Otto, what's wrong?
I'm fine. Just let me concentrate, and I'll cast Healing Word on her.
Okay.
Nice. And I'm
Thank
still
you.
kind of looking at Otto, just a little with something.
And I catch
in
it maybe, and
mind.
I like look back at you, and I'm just sort of like I say nothing, but we see each other for a
Yes.
second.
So I immediately move my eyes away and I just ask, so what happened on your end? Is the question. What happened on your end? Is the question.
I was gonna maybe let the others chime in while I cast this spell here.
So
you can get 7 hit points back, Arisette.
Oh, thank you, Otto. I appreciate it. I really do.
And now Elia runs past you all and stops for a moment. He's like, "We have to rejoin the others. Let's go!"
Okay.
And he runs
All right.
off.
I'm off
And-
with him.
Okay. All right, he's going back
All right,
up the
Dagmara,
steps that
and
you
then
all
I
came down.
Keep running.
Arisette, up with me.
Okay. Sorry.
And as I said, you received that healing from Otto, and you are feeling better. You're kind of
I'm
calming
better.
down.
I'm still
I still put your arm
Pretty
around
hurt.
my neck, and we.
I used magic, but she still seems loopy. I don't know. I'm at a loss.
I'm pretty hurt.
And as you all kind of trundle after these warriors that are sprinting up the stairs, we're going to take a quick break. So thank you to the new followers and our subscribers. As a reminder,
Yeah.
Every dollar of tonight goes towards our donation to Color of Change. So please throw us some bits, throw us some subscriptions, throw us some donations. I'd love to see that tracker move up a little bit in this episode.
That'd be awesome.
That would be really great. Let's be a part of the actual change in the world.
Yes.
But regardless, we love you. Thank you for watching us. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
See you guys in a bit.
For the second half of tonight's episode. Thanks, y'all.
Oh yeah, sabotage.
Hello,
Sabotage.
everybody.
Hi.
We're back.
We're back.
Yeah, savage sabotage. Yeah,
Yeah, they're
so
dope.
good.
First, I want to thank Dank Dungeon Delves for the raid tonight. Thank you so much.
Oh,
Yeah.
y'all.
Thank
And I
yous.
saw and a follow, and really
DDD.
appreciate that. We'll check you out. And,
I like my dungeons dank. I don't know about y'all.
I mean,
I
that's
love
what
a dank
dungeons should be.
We
Hi.
know,
I mean,
chat.
it's
Anybody going down to a dungeon, you gotta go down to a dank dungeon, okay?
if it ain't dank, it ain't a dungeon. That's
If it
right.
ain't dank, it ain't a dungeon. That's dungeon cubed right there. That's DDD. That's the
Wow.
cube right there.
Okay.
Okay.
So thank you for the raid. All right, so let's go ahead and jump back in. Just to bring everybody up to speed. Actually, wait, really quickly before I do that, I just one more plug for our Color of Change donation. We haven't even seen it move yet tonight, but we have gotten some subscribers, and that will contribute. So we thank you for that. But feel free to go down there and donate. And
I haven't time yet, but I intend to donate to it.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think we all did.
Thank you.
And
Thank
if
you for that follow.
Yeah.
Gaggins. That's all I'm gonna
Yeah,
say.
if you
Just
want to look
the
at
Gaggins
look
part
at
of that
color
one.
or change, research it yourself. Make sure you're comfortable with it. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
you're not just throwing money at an organization that does nothing. They do a lot of legislative stuff. They write letters on your behalf to your state assembly, congressperson, DAs. It's just not you throw darts at a organization, but research it yourself. Feel comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely.
We all like it and have given money as well. But we appreciate you and thank you. But as always, it's your choice. We appreciate you just listening. Thank you.
Absolutely.
That's important.
Absolutely. All right. So,
All right.
After that interesting first half in which Otto had a unusual conversation. Shall we say? I need to change this music.
All right. I just go right to as Arisette kind of walks up to me and Dagmara is supporting her somewhat, and I just look at the two of them and I'm just like, why do you guys smell like burnt hair? And I go, oh, yep, I know what a fireball to the face feels like. All right, good for you now.
You'll thank us later.
So I imagine we are walking with Ilya. That's his name.
Ilya is
Ilya,
he's running actually.
All right, so are we just beelining it right to the center of town and let's get into the fray?
So if you want to follow Ilya, he is running basically the same path that you started. He's going right up against the wall and heading for the upper tiers. But obviously, there's a whole city, so.
Yeah. Well,
we're-
you know what? Let's let them fight and let's loot the hell out of these buildings.
No, let's fight.
What are you, a pirate? Suddenly.
Abby, let's go on a looting spree. I'll treat you.
No,
Tempting,
it's okay.
But no.
No, they don't have anything good here anyway.
No, but we do need to check these buildings in case there's some innocent folks still trapped. But let's get to the fight.
Innocent folks. In this place?
There might be some innocent folks just chained up and waiting to be sacrificed.
Well, it
like
depends.
we just see.
It depends on if you consider Smatrell Hoffman entirely innocent.
Well, yeah.
But
maybe
yes,
some.
I see your point.
Yes.
Nothing about him anymore. That's entirely.
To the front lines.
To the front lines. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. Tabitha's like kind of breaking away from them, and she's trying to keep up with the warriors. She's been bored. She's ready to do some fighting.
All right, so yeah, you just see little Tabitha just sprints ahead, and you are really close to Ilya, who's at the point, basically, the vanguard of this force that is just rushing down this street. And everybody's scanning between the buildings as they're running. Feet are just pounding. As you pass the burning kind of wreck of the watchtower, you see smoke billowing into the sky. You still hear crashing pieces of wood inside. The fire's like caught onto the door now. It's just like fire's licking out of the hole. You just race right past it. You go right past the secret door that you came out of, and Ilya's headed for the stairs. As you're going, you start to hear the clash of swords. You hear screams of battle ahead, and you take to the stairs. You are now going up another set of long stairs up to the third tier. And as you crest the top, you see this tier seems to be densely packed with more houses or more buildings, a lot more than the other tiers, but they're smaller. So you can easily see kind of more of the skyline here. You see now a huge building at the next tier up, the top of another kind of domed building way in the back, past a row of dead trees at the edge of the next tier up. You see between these buildings some other men racing into a fight. You see skeletons coming around behind buildings, all seem to be kind of going into this kind of central area of this third tier. And Ilya just takes off, swords out, everybody else is behind. There are bowmen out, and as soon as they see a skeleton, they're letting fly their arrows, taking them down, hacking them up as you go into the fray. What are you doing?
So I am, I kind of like let everyone run past me, and I'm kind of having a moment of quiet, and I'm assessing to see, because I know that my skill is best like served to being stealthy. So I am trying to find something I can hide behind so that I can like get them, but like from a hiding place.
Okay, I like that.
I want to see if I can spot Koskar, any of the necromancers that I came into contact with, any of the lead necromancers. Seems like we've been picking off some acolytes or lesser necromancers. I want to see where the snake is, the head of the snake is.
So you guys are all on kind of the left-hand side of the city. You are kind of one set of buildings removed from the wall where you're standing here at the top of these stairs. So the whole city kind of goes off to your right and forward. You're all standing right there. You can kind of get glimpses between the buildings, but there are too many buildings between you and where it looks like the main fray of battle is happening. So if you want to maneuver to go deeper or go a certain direction, let me know, and I'll try to kind of walk you through where you're at. But you can't see the main kind of fray from where you're standing.
Can't see it? Okay.
No.
I don't know. Let's pick our way through it, but let's form our own group. Let's let the rest of them fight the way they fight. And how about all of us form up this time, and we form our own group and pick our way to where we can do some real damage, take out some of the head necromancers and anything else we find.
Real
funny
damage.
You should say that, because Arisette and I found something very interesting back in the tower. Arisette, do you have the key?
Indeed, I do. Look.
What is that? Is that a skeleton
key
on that?
It's a key, and it has a skull on it. It's got to do something. I don't know what yet.
Got to find what
it must
for.
open. Perhaps it opens that inner sanctum. If it does, we need to fight our way there.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Oh, and one last thing before we go. And I pull out the little potion. Does anyone know what this is?
Let me have a look at that.
Well, it looks like DM Judd. Do I recognize it as?
You definitely, yeah. You recognize the at least the contents are exactly healing potion.
Yeah, I look
standard.
at Seville and I kind of nod.
Yeah.
Looks like a standard healing potion.
Right, and they're different. I recognize the difference between the ones on Faerun and the ones in Anachrony, right?
Yeah.
So everybody knows
so
we've
sorry,
been drinking.
Dagmara.
We've been drinking those, not the reddish kind of purpley ones.
Sure.
From Faerun. Okay, good.
I just hand it back to Dagmara and I say, "Hang on to this. Use it if you're hurt."
And I kind of look at her and said, "How are you feeling?"
So sorry. I'm good enough, but I know you need it. You seem very strong, but I know how badly hurt you are.
I'll save it for later. Thank you.
Let's.
Thank you, Otto.
And I look at Arisette reassuringly and I say, "We're together again. I won't let you fall."
I go right into Otto's mind. Otto, are you good to fight? If you need anything, you holler out. But are you good?
Yeah, and I like my head like inadvertently like snaps at you, and I say, I like collect myself and I say, yes, of course, friend.
Then let's go and let's look out for each other. And we're gonna start picking our way to everybody kind of looking out and just seeing if we can find a weak point or something that we can jump in and affect the tide of the battle as we make our way to a location or a fight where we know we can really turn the tide.
Okay, so this
but
level,
looking at buildings, everything like that, and the skies for necromancers flying.
Yeah. So this level, the buildings look much more of kind of a standard grid layout. So from where you're standing right now, you can go straight, and if you continued straight, there's another set of stairs that go up to the final tier. You could go right, going along the edge of the retaining wall that looks down onto the second tier, with buildings stretching all the way down to the far side, to the far wall.
To the right?
Yeah, to the right of where you're standing. So you can basically go straight, or you can go right.
Any action down to the right? Anything we see that might draw us down there?
You just see like a random skeleton or other warrior kind of darting between buildings and heading back towards the center. It looks like everything's kind of
coming
roughly into the center of this tier.
All right, I'll just yell ahead, and unless someone wants to stop and do something.
Oh, I'm ready. I have a sword drawn in one hand and a spell kind of crackling in the other, and I'm ready to go.
I'm knocking an arrow, just ready to go.
Okay,
I've
so
I've got dagger rapier.
And Judd, am I with them or am I?
That's up to you. I know you want to do a stealthy approach, so you can either go with them and split off, or you can split off now.
What is there anything I see that I can hide behind?
Oh, there's all kinds of you're about to pass like 4 buildings, and there's little spaces between each building. So there's lots of places to kind of duck and weave if you wanted to.
Do I see bad guys yet that I can get?
Not close to you, no.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna stick close to the building, and I'm kind of within earshot-ish of the rest of the group, and I kind of nod to them, but I'm doing my sneaky thing.
Okay, all right. So you're kind of sticking to the shadows on these buildings as they're racing ahead. You pass 1, 2 buildings. You're looking down, you're seeing the odd person kind of dart through, but you're not seeing the mass. You're not seeing the fray yet. You go a couple more buildings and you see a larger road to your right, and you all stop because you see a mass of people. And here's where the fray is. It's right in the center of this tier, right in front of this large fountain, which you see has a person standing, a statue in the middle of this fountain, has a huge golden book open in the right hand. The head has been knocked off of it, and the left hand has been also broken off. And it looks like there are these kind of smaller pools that circle the base of this fountain. And there are just skeletons and necromancers. And you see Kello is in the center, and swords are flashing, and people are just fighting, and you hear screams and yells. You have found the main battle on this tier.
Wow.
Yeah.
So once again, do we notice something, that each one of us, or maybe as a group, would know? Do I see Koskar? Do I see?
Now roll a perception check for me. See what you see.
I get what you mean, Peter. Like maybe is like a part of their line starting to weaken or something.
Yeah, or something that we could attack and kind of take out some command.
Yeah.
That is a 22.
22. So you're trying to get a better view. You see there are a couple barrels near a house, and you run, and you jump up on top of them, so you get a better perspective, and you're looking down. And there are definitely a lot of necromancers here. You see all kinds of magic being slung at each other, and swords flashing and blood flying in the sky. But you don't see any easily recognizable necromancers that you've spotted before. You also don't see any like massive spells going off. It looks like a tough fight. In fact, Kello's forces look like they're kind of compacting down as they're basically attacked from multiple sides at the same time. It's like they got sort of ambushed maybe.
Right.
There are huge forces of skeletons pushing in from above, from the side, from below, and even from where you're standing, you see the back of a horde of skeletons as they're pushing in.
All right. This doesn't look like, from this distance, like a kill zone. Like they just funneled them in and something nasty from the rooftops or something's about to happen.
You don't see anything on the rooftops. You do see, after a moment of watching, another necromancer fly up into the sky and start to summon a fireball. But you see multiple arrows. The first ones kind of bounce against some kind of magical armor, but like 5 more get through, and the wizard falls back down.
Yeah.
And the spell going off way out into the sky.
All right. So I just yell, let's strengthen Kello's line. Let's get him out of his situation and get the strength back to us.
Okay. So
How do we do that?
So we'll pick out where he's getting flanked or pressed in from the sides, and just fortify a weak position.
Like surround him kind of, or...
Yeah, just so if he's getting, Judd, you said
they're being basically pushed up against the fountain. You see, it looks like about 100 of Kello's people, maybe actually probably less than that, maybe about 80 at this point. And they're just being pushed from all sides, getting closer to that fountain as they're fighting in just a circle. They're completely surrounded.
Right, so they're starting to get just, all right, so we want to just be able to at least punch a hole through the Skelly's line, just to give Kello some more maneuverability and options in the battle.
Seville, I don't know. They may be lost, but maybe we can use them as a distraction and forge ahead and try to get to the center instead and use this key. And they will be sacrificed, but at least we will be done. We will be done with this evil.
I don't understand, Arisette. What do you mean? Why are you putting so much faith in this key?
I don't know. But what if it's important? What if we have our one and only chance right now while all of these armies are distracted?
Look, if you can find a place to use it, use it. But Kello is going to get crushed if we can't just at least give him an opportunity to punch out of where they are.
At that moment, you see up on the ridge on the 4th tier, between these husks of dead trees that line the entire front edge of the 4th tier, there's a necromancer who is just floating there, and he's pointing his arm down at the group of Kello's men down below, and women.
What's the distance?
From you?
Yeah.
Let's see. You guys are here. It's about 250 feet. Maybe about 200 feet.
All right. I tap Arisette and I point to the necromancer. Hit him.
All right. Okay.
All right. Roll an attack.
Yeah, he's just a mere 200 feet away. You got this.
Oh, that's right. You actually have a short bow, though, don't you?
80 feet. Yeah, I don't know.
You might have to do disadvantage.
Yeah, you're definitely disadvantaged here for this range, so you're gonna have to roll twice.
80 feet. Yeah, you said it's 200 feet away?
Yeah, but over 80, you're gonna roll a disadvantage.
So it could still even hit?
Yeah, you could hit up to 320.
Okay.
Wish I would have known that.
We got to get a longbow.
I have a longbow.
This isn't good.
You do?
Yeah.
I got a 4. And I got a 2, guys.
Ah.
So it's not good. It's like, it's too far.
So Seville's like,
Sevilla's too far.
shoot. And you're like, whoa, whoa. And you just like, your arrow just goes off.
Wait, don't you mean...
Does Dagmara hear this?
Should have bought a bow and then it was sound effect.
Dagmara is already like knocking in and just pulling. So
all right, roll an attack. You have a longbow?
I have a longbow, yes. I have a 19 plus.
Let me see if you're at disadvantage. I can't remember what the range is. 150.
Yeah,
Let's say 120.
It's 150.
Okay.
So
19.
What did I say the distance was?
Plus 3. 200.
200.
Yeah, so you're at disadvantage too, Dagmara.
Okay. So 19 plus 3, I guess that's 22. What's the disadvantage?
Just roll another attack and tell me what that number is.
Okay, that's 6.
So yeah.
Scheiße.
So this time you're
Dang
better.
it.
You're better on target, but it's so far away. You see that you just didn't have the right arc, and it falls and clatters, shatters against the stone below.
Shit.
And you see a fireball launches from this guy
Brace yourselves!
down. You hear screams from Kello's men. They try to scramble.
Is it too late? Can I cast very quickly? Can I cast protection from good and evil?
It's too late anyway. This hits them. And you see it just splashes, and you just see a whole like area of Kello's men just drop.
Okay, so what I would like to do is dash in the shadows as close as I can get to this guy with like using as much movement as possible.
Let's go, Tabby.
And then use my action to fling my blink dagger to see if I can get him. I'm aiming for his heart.
Okay. Well, let's see. You've got a lot of distance. Let me look at the stats on that dagger.
Well, I can tell you right now.
Doesn't she have special shoes that make her faster?
They make
they
me
make her
silent.
Yeah. So she races off, and there's like not a sound.
And I'm also really like in the shadows, like
sorry,
like a rat.
Yes.
And then
Okay, I'm gonna say because it's just, I mean, that's like a 20-foot range for throwing a dagger. So I'd say because you've got to make up 200 feet, you double your movement, which is 25.
50. That's like 4 turns worth of just moving
so
or something.
That's like 30 seconds roughly for you to get within range of this person. So let's say you're doing that and you're racing off. What are the rest of you doing?
I'm just gonna try to. There's a whole line of skeletons that are now probably able to advance because the fireball just took a bunch of guys out. So I would say we just try to like charge forward and make sure we like hold these guys off.
So great. So as a reminder, because we're doing a large scale battle here, what we're going to try to do, if you're going to engage with the actual kind of bulk of the troops, is to tell me how you would like to influence the battle, and then we're going to do kind of a success versus failure.
Well, that same necromancer just hit all those men, right?
Yeah.
The one that I'm going
so
for.
I would want to take those
I'm
out.
going to follow Tabby and dash as I see this blur goes by me, and I'm going to follow her because I think if we don't get to that necromancer, it's just going to be over.
What I want to do, Judd, the way I'd like to contribute to the battle is we just took a huge hit to our numbers because of that fireball. But what I want to do is, feeling empowered by recent events, I want to like just try to surge with all the spell power I can, and I start blasting spells, eldritch blasts, 2 at a time out of each hand. And I basically want to have a show of strength in front of the remaining troops to embolden them, even though our numbers just took a hit. And like there's like this sort of necrotic haze maybe coming out of my eyes and my hands, and I'm just trying to keep everybody like, you know, forging ahead and not suffering like any morale break.
Okay, great. All right.
And Judd, I would like to clarify something.
Yep.
Because I have so much range, I'm throwing my blink dagger, and then any like additional movement I have, I want to use the thing where I then am going to where the dagger's location.
Right. Okay.
So I'm basically running and then skipping ahead in time, running and then skipping ahead. using the power.
Okay. Getting really technical about the rules. Because an action would be to throw that, which is 20 feet. Well, okay, hold on a second. Let's just do something.
Well, I mean, I think what you're getting at, Maddie, is the idea of time. It takes far less time to jaunt that distance than it would be to run on foot or something.
Well, conceivably, but like if you look at the rules of D&D, like, you know, throwing it as an action, whereas just sprinting, you could conceivably cover more ground. However, if we're going to just be generous about it, because the range...
I think I use it as a cunning action.
I think we could do it this way. Because the actual range of it is up to 60 feet, but it would be really hard for you to hit an actual target, but you're just using it to advance yourself. I'm going to say that you can do these 60-foot jumps every turn. So that's even 10 feet more than like a double run. So I say that with your cunning action of a bonus run, I'd say you could probably get down in like 2 turns. You could get within range of this person.
Great.
Totally.
Yeah.
So just imagine I'm doing that.
Yeah, we maybe catch like you toss the dagger like super high in the air, and we see like a glimpse of you teleport to it or something, and we're like, what the hell?
Yeah, just like she's gone. That's so cool. Okay, let me put you on the map here. Okay, great. Otto, I have you. Tabitha, I have you. What? And Dagmara, I know you're getting within range to shoot another arrow off.
Oh yes, definitely. Okay. I just want to sprint right towards it, not even waste time.
Okay. Arisette, what are you doing to influence the coming battle?
I'm going in. I'm going with my rapier and my dagger, and I'm doing 2-handed combat.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I fear this is it. So I go after the skeletons, I think, that are most threatening the center of the fountain.
Yep.
And I just kind of I'm tall, and so hopefully I'm at least as tall as they are. And I just start kind of stabbing left and right as I go through.
Okay. All right. And Seville, what are you doing?
Yeah. I'm going to dash and follow. I mean, I see Tabby doing like, it's like I see her just like a stone skipping across water. Yeah, as I just see her go disappear. I'm just going to try to catch her. I'm just dashing as quickly as I can to get as close. I want to get within 90 feet of this necromancer.
Okay, great. Okay, so you're kind of splitting in two with 2 different targets here.
Yeah.
So, Otto, as you run, shooting these Eldritch blasts, every time one leaves your hand, you feel they're more powerful. You can just feel the energy surging out of you, the force, and you see it hit a skeleton and just shatter a skeleton. And you're looking at your hands. We'll adjust it in your D&D Beyond, but your Eldritch Blast is now a D12 and not a D10.
Ooh. Wow.
I like that.
Wow.
I enjoy that.
Hey-o.
And okay, so I'm going to, with your influences, Otto and Arisette, on the battle. We are going to see. Okay. And okay. All right. Okay. So you two, you jump right into the fray. Arisette, you've got both blades out. You're just knocking a head off a skeleton, coming up behind a necromancer, just running your blades through, throwing the body to the side. You guys are carving a path through. Your Eldritch blasts are just going off as you run through. You're seeing charred bits of skeleton flying up in the sky, and you're about halfway to the core of Kello's people. And you're just cutting this swath, this kind of river down of destruction through the lines headed toward Kello's group. Seville and Dagmara, you're now in range, and actually, Tabby, you are too.
Perfect.
You guys are all in range of the necromancer. You still see his floating up there. He's been launching missiles and doing other spells. What would you like to do?
We're all in range?
You're all in range now.
All right.
Great.
I'll go last. I want to see what they do first.
Okay. I mean, I kind of look at the bow, and then something like chills me a little bit, and it's just a little bit of a surge of that energy, and I have to shake it off and harness it again, and I just raise my hand and decide to cast Chaos Bolt at this thing.
Oh, I love
Chaos Bolt.
I love it.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
put down the bow and I'm fully into it.
Which what level do you want to cast it at? You have one more first level spell slot and and you have 2 third level spell slots.
Yeah, let's do it at the highest level. I'm so tired of these necromancers.
All right,
died.
third level. Okay.
Love it.
Yeah, that's awesome. Okay, so roll. This is a roll for attack. You can add 7 to whatever to your d20.
Okay, so 10 plus 7, 17.
Oh yeah, you can roll it. Oh, that's so cool. Those virtual dice are pretty dope.
Yeah. Are your guys' ones? Are they black with red numbers on them?
But you can customize them to be black with white.
It was almost kind of creepy because mine were black with red, and that's like exactly like the kind that I like to use. And I was like, "How did it? Oh my god!"
Yikes!
But anyway,
the white ones are Gary Gygax style, like they said. That's the
old
first
school
ones he used. Yeah,
that's the old school. Yeah.
Then you can buy some if you want.
So
but I'm gonna guess
Dagmara,
you probably hit.
What did you? I didn't even hear what you had. What did you get?
10 plus 7, 17.
17 hits.
Yeah.
It does. So third level, let's see, 2d8 plus 1d6.
But it'll be an extra d6.
Yeah, so
extra d6.
Actually, extra 2d6. It says you get an extra d6 per level above first.
Oh, perfect. So extra 2d6. So we've got 1 and 3.
And then another d6, I think.
And another d6. That's 3.
What
and then
what element are you firing? Yeah, what
then
element
you
are
roll
you
2
firing?
d8s.
So your d8s tell you get to pick one of them, and that will be your
damage type. And then the other d8 you just add to the other 3 d6s for your damage, I believe.
That is correct.
Oh, right. 2d8 for, let's see. So 2 d8s.
Yep.
Okay. We've got 2 and 8.
Well, I know what I would do if I were you.
Let me see. Oh, I can roll the. Oh, I see now. Okay.
Yeah, so it's frost or thunder.
I'll do thunder. Let's do thunder. Because they kind of like feel the thunder. Okay. Yes.
Thunder damage. Okay. So what was your total damage?
Let me see. Hold on. We got thunder damage. No,
So
wait.
you'll
It was. Excuse me 1 second.
It's your
Here's
other
the
D8.
1 and 8.
dice, and
Yes,
then
it
you'll
was
add
2
2
and
to
8.
it as well.
Okay. You got 2, 10, 17, and then what?
And then 2 for the other d8 that you didn't use for damage.
Yeah.
Yes. So that's 19.
19.
That's really good.
Yeah, so you just see Dagmara starts to line up the shot and then throws the bow down and just reaches out her hand, and this energy just explodes like a shockwave. You can see it just hurtle through the air, trailing this energy through the wind, and it slams into this necromancer, just blows him back. You see his hair go up, his hood goes back, his robes get blasted outward.
Yeah.
And he's still up, but that was a big hit.
And it's kind of
I can't believe you survived that.
Down, you're going down, you filth. And then I look back at just to make sure they're around me. I am taunting this thing. And I'm like, just making sure.
All right, and Maddie, Tabitha, what are you doing?
Okay, so this is what I imagine she does. Tell me if it's allowed.
Okay.
I imagine that during one of the throwing and then getting to the blink dagger, she is through the air with the blink dagger and just kind of like launches onto him and like kicks him over and then stabs him in the heart. That would be my ideal situation.
Okay. I'd say what you do when you get in range, you hurl your dagger at him, and you need it to land. So it's got to stick in him. So roll an attack for your dagger and see if you get him.
I rolled a 15. Do I get that?
Yeah, that's a good start.
That is a very good start.
I add +6.
Yeah, that hits. That hits. So you hurl it at him, and it appears in his chest, or it lands in his chest, and you appear split second after that.
That's so cool!
Just driving it in deeper.
Yes, that's what
Talk about twist the knife.
So dope. Okay, so now I have to roll damage?
Yeah, roll damage,
So
and also
amazing.
he just starts plummeting out of the air.
So we're both falling.
You're both fall, but it's not far. It's only like 10. It's not even 10 feet down to the ground.
This is a D4, correct, guys?
I'm gonna say worth it.
Oh, worth it, totally.
Oh, a 4.
Yes.
Nice.
So that's 7 damage total.
Nice. All right.
And did I get sneak attack for that? Because I was coming out of
yeah,
nothing?
I'm gonna say you did actually, because I mean he just got attacked, but he did not see you.
I love what I'm hearing.
I'm gonna go.
Yes, indeed.
And so, guys,
Sneak
yeah,
attack
the
dice.
dice
this is
agree
what I
with me.
do for sneak attack, right? I do 2 of this.
2d6.
Two
I
cubes.
believe
Yes.
it's either
5.
2 or 3 at your level. I forget.
6.
thought-
So that's 6 total.
You're at 3. You're at 3
So add
D6,
one more
my friend.
D6.
What has
Yeah.
happened? First of all, I even remembered what I was supposed to do.
Fifth level.
Okay, so that will
Fifth
be
level.
7. I rolled a 5 and a 1 and a 1.
Woohoo.
So 7 plus
another
7,
7.
14.
14 points. Okay.
Hell yeah.
So you just drive that in, and you know how to just twist it enough to get a few extra just points of damage out of this person. He's and he's just screaming. You're just falling. You land driving the dagger in deeper. Still alive.
Ooh.
He's still alive.
Dagmara,
I don't think for long.
you lost sight of him. Seville, you're gonna start to see them both fall, but you still have your turn. So you
All right.
see,
Help me out. I'm with
you see Tabitha on the body falling out of the sky.
All right, I'm gonna hit him with a mind hammer.
Wow.
Okay, what's the
Look at me.
I don't
Con
know.
save?
It's a con save, yeah.
That is a 7. So
Oh,
no.
nope.
Nope.
Okay, he's going to. All right, let me do 2d6 force
That'd be
damage.
dope if your spells. Well, I guess this is psionics, but if they were so weak, you're like, darn, a 7 saves actually.
that would not be super powerful.
All right, 4 points of force damage, and he's stunned until the end of his next turn.
Oh, that is huge. Okay.
Yeah, that
So-
seals his fate.
Tabby can just wail on him now.
Yeah, so Tabby, he's stunned. You're on the ground. You get up. You have an attack. Go ahead.
Oh, I have an attack.
Yeah, because
Okay,
he's stunned.
So I
And
want to.
you might have advantage if he's stunned.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna look
definitely.
Right now.
You do.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
you
I
do.
would like to take my rapier and do like a flourish that I imagine is something like Otto would do, because I'm
Oh.
feeling like really like incredible. Like Seville's thing was timed
My
perfectly,
gosh.
my thing was timed well. So I'm doing like a flourish, and then I just
Oh.
want to stab the sword into his heart, which I've already punctured a few times.
Ooh, nice. That is awesome. Okay. Just making sure you definitely have advantage. Okay, I want to make sure it wasn't an auto crit. Okay.
No.
All right. Cool. So, but go ahead and roll at advantage and see if you do crit.
I got 16 and 14, so we'll
Okay.
take 16.
Yeah.
16
And
definitely
then
hits.
For my
Shebang.
rapier, that's +6.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're good. So what's your damage?
Okay, 1d8 plus 3. Let's see what a d8 is, guys.
It's the
Is
diamond
this
one.
it? This one.
Yeah,
know,
see how it's 2d4s like on top of each other?
Look, Chad.
you know, I was going to send you a diagram, but after all this time, I kind of like it when you ask us.
I literally have a drawing.
Look at, show him your diagram. Let the camera get a picture.
Like, I have them
Look,
on here.
she has a diagram.
I just like to double check.
And it's been almost a year.
Yeah.
It literally has. Okay, so I rolled a 4, and then we're adding
3. Did you say?
+3. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's 7 points of damage.
So tell us how you want to end that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've stabbed into his chest, and then I would like to lift up the sword and then just do a slit over his throat, so then he's like also bleeding out. And I would like to see if he has any money on him, honey.
While he's bleeding out and going, you just reach down, start carefully frisking the body. Harsh. Okay, so yeah.
Quick little hands, you know, like.
All right. Yeah, so with the flourish, spinning the rapier, stab it, and then you just end his life, slice his throat open. Roll your investigation.
Hey, you guys don't make fun. She's trying to get her money right, okay? 16 plus 5. That's a 21, guys, right?
That's 21. That's pretty good. All right, so you start patting down the body. You instantly find another necromancer necklace, or a necrolis, as we like to call them.
A necrolis, for sure.
Just dripping in necrolis.
We all got one.
This one's a little different than the ones that you've seen before. It's all metal, but it's black and very intricate. It's not as rough or kind of mediocre work that you've seen before. This one looks fancier.
Okay.
And definitely, as you unhook it from his neck, you feel like the weight of this metal. It's got a real heft to it. You pat him down. You don't find any gold, unfortunately.
That's okay. I got a necklace.
You find another one of those black daggers that they all seem to have, and you also find a vial of. It's like you hold it up and you can see through the glass partially, but it's like black glass, and it's stoppered with a red wax over the top, and pushed on the top into the wax is this symbol that very similar to the key that Arisette had. Very stylized skull, very similar.
Okay. Amazing. I'm keeping all of these items on hand.
Yeah.
Should I need them?
Okay. We're going to return to the main battle.
Yeah, what happens?
Otto, Arisette, you've hacked your way in. You managed to kind of join ranks with Kello. He nods at you as he throws another dead necromancer to the ground, and he's just hacking. He just seems completely unstoppable. His numbers have dwindled, but he's still quite a force, and the appearance at his side has somehow bolstered him and the rest of his men, and you're firing more of those eldritch blasts. You're just dropping skellies left and right, starting to increase that gap that you cleaved through their lines. So for this round, do you want to do anything different, or do you want me to just roll and see how it goes? We have one success from your action, and we have one failure from the fireball.
Well, if it ain't broke, right? I will keep doing what I'm doing, and keep trying to power us on.
Okay, Arisette. What are you doing?
I'm giving him a spell, protection from evil and good, and I just say, you brave man, may these forces stay with you. And then I just cast it on him so that he has extra strength and power.
Who do you cast it on?
On Kello.
On Kello.
Yes.
On Kello.
I'm looking at your character sheet. I want to make sure you have a spell slot left.
I've got 2, baby.
You've got 2, and you know what you're doing.
I've got 3. In fact, I've got 3. One second level and one's first level, or actually both are first levels. So if you want to try to school me.
No, apologies. No worries. Okay. So
apology accepted, Mr. DM.
Checkmate. All right.
But I'll do just a first level on him because he looks like he's kind of got this under control. So like I'll just do a first level protection.
Copy that. Okay, love it. Okay. All right. So, okay. You take a moment, Arisette, and you draw the energy that you know how to cast this spell, and you push this protection out on Kello. He seems to feel it hit him, and he looks over at you and sees you concentrating, sees this bluish energy glowing off of your fingers and flowing out towards him. And he goes back to hashing and slashing. And Otto, you are blasting away, but Arisette, as your eyes are closed and you're casting this spell, you miss this wave of skeletons that come around the corner.
Oh no!
And a necromancer just launches another fireball, blows the ranks off to the right of you, and they are starting to push you, and you feel bodies pressing against you. You're losing ground. It's actually another failure. So now, Seville, Dagmara, you see the forces in the middle of town are being pushed in. It looks like they're going to start getting overrun in a moment. Let me know what you're doing. And Tabitha, you are up on the 4th tier now. And there is a retaining wall that you can't see over. So you're basically in this line of trees, and you look around, and there's just this massive building behind you on this tier with these smaller, round, circular buildings that 3 on each side of this massive building. Let me know what you guys are doing.
I just look back at Seville.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Go, Daggy.
And I say, Seville, let's finish them and just join them. They need our help. So is it, I suppose at this point, I don't think I have any more spell slots.
No, I think you have one more.
One more?
3rd level, and you might even have one more 1st level. Let me check.
Also, what cantrips do you have? Because those never run out, and you can use
exactly.
use them all the time.
Yeah, you do have some cantrips.
You're so right. I have my favorite chill touch.
Yeah, that's a good one.
You have one 1st level, and you have one 3rd level.
Chill touch, or no spell?
Spell slots. Yeah.
Spell slots. I'll just. I think I'll just use chill touch just to try to finish him, or with Seville's help.
All right. So do we have access to punching a hole through, or helping out a flank, or?
Yeah, you can. You tell me what you want to do. So you see that Arisette and Otto carved a path right into Kello's people. That path is starting to shrink now as another wave of skeletons led by another necromancer are pushing in from the southern side.
They brought in the cavalry.
Are we able to meet that oncoming rush? Or are we too far away?
Let me see.
If not, we'll start.
I think so, because where you would have stopped to be 90 feet away from the necro, I think you would be able to.
Kind of like in between them.
You're kind of like on the outside edge of this whole fray. So yeah, you can make it there.
All right, so.
And Dagmara, you're pretty much in the same spot.
Yeah.
You're a little bit farther away, but I think you can make it.
So I point. Oncoming skeletons, intercept them. And I rush off towards them.
Yes.
Okay.
You go, Seville, go. And I want to finish this guy because he will go after them if I don't.
Which guy are you going after?
It's the necromancer that was coming to the one that hurled the fireball and.
Tabitha's already killed that
guy's
guy.
dead.
Oh my gosh.
He's dead and has been looted already.
Why did I? Sorry.
Right.
Okay. Well, great. Never mind. Rewind. I just go after Seville.
Okay.
And with him, yes.
All right. So this is another round here. So Seville, I know what you're doing. Dagmara, Otto, Arisette, anything differently you want to do this round?
So you go ahead first, Arisette.
So there's another necromancer coming from the south with a whole new row of skeletons, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm casting Hunter's Mark on him.
Okay.
So that means something good, hopefully, for all of us.
I'm going to say that your focus, you're going to be targeting that new necromancer who's brought in all of these skellies.
Yeah.
Okay. Otto, what are you doing?
Yeah. I think what I am going to do. How far away is the group that is like flanking us right now?
They're pretty close actually. Like, thank you for the follow. About 30, 35 feet from you.
35 feet. Okay.
Pushing the whole time.
Pushing and pushing. Yep. So I think what I will do is I will toward the back of their ranks. Of that group, just so it risks getting close to our own guys. I am going to like another sort of flare in my eyes, and I just like my hair kind of like falls into my face, and I look like I'm kind of like on the cover of like a like a Fall Out Boy kind of album cover kind of deal, and then I raise my hands up like this, and I will cast a shatter spell, and just kind of like send this big eruption from the ground, like where they are. It says that each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered in that area has to make a saving throw or take 3d8 thunder damage. So my idea is to basically like scatter and kind of disrupt their charge.
Wow, that's
as well as great. Maybe kill some. I wouldn't hate that either.
Yeah, no, I think that probably would. All right, cool. So, what's the save?
Yes. The save DC is 16.
16. Wow. That's high.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I've gotten powerful, friend.
Yes. I feel the power. Yes. So they don't save. So Arisette, just roll a d20 for me. Actually, no, just roll an attack for me. With your I guess you're gonna have to use your bow for this because it's at distance.
Okay.
Just let me know what that is.
I'm aiming for the necromancer.
Yeah. You don't have to give me damage. I just want to see what your hit is.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got an 18 plus a 9, which is a 27 plus because of Hunter's Mark. I get an extra.
Well, that's on damage. That's for damage. So okay.
Okay. I got a 27.
Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna say you guys get advantage on this success failure roll. So all successes. So
yeah,
you guys. Oh, and I don't think I told you what I was doing, but I'll let you know if you want to.
Yeah, actually tell me.
Okay, well, what I imagine that Tabitha would do, since she's on a level above everyone else, is maybe she would like shimmy up the tree and then use her hempen rope and like dangle it over whatever branch was reaching out, and then swing from the rope and drop onto the people fighting, and then try to get bad guys that way.
Nice. I love it.
That's almost super cool. The whole tying it to the rope and dangling down, that's great, but when you drop down, you're like 60 to 80 feet away from the fray.
That's fine.
But there are no stairs near you, so that's actually the quickest way for you to get back down there.
Great. Nice. I do a cool tumble, I catch myself, and then I run into it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, I love that. So you're just gonna be this surprise attack from the flanks. Nobody's gonna see this little blur coming, just shing, 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 and start.
They flank us, we flank them. You know what I'm saying?
Sort of like a tornado.
Yeah.
All right. So with that, you're starting to see that you guys are getting the high. You're getting purchase here. You're starting to beat away. You're seeing the necromancers start to realize the tide has turned, and they start kind of backing away, sending the skeletons forward to kind of cover their retreat, as they seem to be all headed for the far side of the wall. Kello's men just start slashing and just decimating these numbers. And after a while, you see that they're just cleaning up. The necromancers are scattering away, disappearing through the building, some do some seem like they're stepping through a portal as they vanish and appear elsewhere.
Oh.
No.
And with a mighty just takes down the last skeleton and another one. Kello looks around, helps up a few people from the ground who are bleeding. They're tending to the wounded. He looks over at you. You're still alive. Well done.
So are you.
I think thanks to
Well
you.
done.
Well timed, my friends. Thanks
And
for your aid.
I like look around, and does it seem like the day is won? Does it seem like we've sent these guys?
It seems like there's still some cleanup happening on the periphery, but yeah, it's like the necromancers have definitely retreated, and you're just hacking a few bits of skeletons that are, still being ordered to attack.
Retreated, but not dead. That means they could come back. We don't probably have much time. We should find out where this key goes. I think we have to get to the heart of everything.
You have a key?
Yes, yes. Did you come across a lock or something?
I have a necklace. A new necklace.
Not yet.
And I show you the necklace also.
That's not quite like the other necklaces.
I know, it's different, this one.
Are there any other tiers? Do you know of anything?
Yes, we're heading for the upper levels. I have to gather my people. We took a bit of a beating here.
Yes, we can go explore the upper level while you tend to your men. This key will likely come in handy.
Be quick. I don't want to lose the advantage that we have in our violence of action here.
Agreed.
Ilie, find everybody who's still fighting. Bring them here. And he just moves off and he's checking on people and just occasionally taking down a random skeleton. He barely bothers. His huge sword just cleaving them in half. All right, what are you all doing?
Okay, he should be able to handle the rest.
How do we get up to the 4th level?
Do a perception check for me. And anybody who's looking around.
Yeah.
24.
Sure. Well, I think.
Oh, yeah.
I'll hold off.
You look around and though again it's really packed with buildings in here. They're mostly shorter, and you can see that unlike the other tiers where there are stairs like every 20 feet going up to the next tier, or at least the couple tiers that you were on, there's one set of stairs at each end, only 2 sets that go up to the top tier. And you're kind of standing right in the middle of this tier. So you can either go back to the left, which is where when you came up onto this tier, you saw those stairs continuing up, or to the right, or you see Tabitha's rope is still dangling down in the middle.
I'm climbing up the rope.
Tabby, can you climb the rope and swing and see which is safer?
Sure, of course, no problem. And that's what she does. She climbs up the rope.
Okay, so you
just want to see if we can get to the 4th level, so we'll just let Tabby tell us.
Okay, so Tabby, you run, jump up on your rope, and just easily climb up it, and you get to the top. You pull yourself up over the edge again, and this time you see about 20 or so necromancers, and they're all kind of running across this field of what looks like must have been grass at one time. And you're again reminded that the mountains that you're in outside of this protective forest are covered with icy snow. And though it's definitely cold in this city, there's something that keeps the snow out. Instead, you just have this dry grass on this lawn around this massive building, bigger than the temple at the tip of the city. It's a huge building, and it's also a sun shape, but instead of kind of pointy like bits of the sun, I don't know what to call that, the bits kind of go out and curve around in like an ancient sun symbol. There are 3 buildings on each side of this massive building. There are 2 guard towers on the wall on each side, and just this line of dead trees that goes across and then up the sides of the wall.
And the necromancers are spraying, they're in every direction.
No, they're all coming. They have gone up the right-hand stairs, and they are following a path, for the most part, heading straight for the large building.
Okay, got it. Okay, so then I go back down and I relay that information to my teammates, saying that they have gone up the right stairs, they're heading towards the big building.
We need to go and intercept them, don't we?
Yes, maybe we take the left then.
Whatever gets us there fastest.
Yeah, let's go and see if we can intercept and engage some of them.
Oh, I might have a good thing I can do here.
Oh.
I have a spell, which I can only cast on myself, but it's called Expeditious Retreat. It says the spell allows you to move at an incredible pace. You can, for 10 minutes, I can dash as a bonus action.
That's cool.
I don't know if that's hugely helpful now, if we're just
it's kind of force run.
Together. Yeah, it's kind of like force run, or it's kind of like how Tabby just runs always.
Right.
It's like I get a little taste of her cunning action there.
Exactly.
But okay, I'm just gonna say let's stick together at the same speed, I think, and just go as fast as we can.
Okay, so which way are you going?
Left.
The left stairs.
Let's
to
do
the
it.
left. Okay, so you move away from this beautiful, even desecrated. This fountain is quite beautiful, and Kello's got quite a few women and men that are up. They're bloody, but these are hardy, strong folk, and they are ready to bring it for the kind of final battle. You dash through and around these buildings, heading for the final staircase, and you all get there, and you're starting to go up it. You do see the tower, the guard tower on the left-hand side, coming into view as you go up the steps.
Who's on the guard tower?
You mean who's in it, or which one of you is on and responsible?
Yeah, what can we see?
Roll a perception check.
Gotta nudge Arisette, and I'm like, you ready for another one?
Let's hope the second one's easier.
Perception, that's 23.
23.
Man, nice, man.
Rolling it.
You, as you crest up high enough to see this guard tower, you see from this angle, you've got a pretty good shot. This one, you can see the crystal inside. The same crystal that you saw in the last one, some kind of large crystalline shape in the middle. You don't see any people in this guard tower.
They must all be inside, hiding, cowering. So let's find a way to use.
Or that crystal fires something when we get in range.
I don't know. We saw it. We saw it very close up when we were in the first tower. It didn't seem. It didn't. It seemed like some sort of a beacon or something. More.
What'd you do to the first crystal?
Do we notice
tried to
any?
destroy it.
Sorry.
Oh, it's no problem. Carry on.
I was just gonna say, do we notice any way in, or did we notice they go in a certain way?
They were all running toward the building that Tabitha told you about. By the time you get up for kind of a clear shot, you can't see any of them anymore.
Well, let's just head. Maybe can we get close to that building, and if we look maybe up more close, we can tell if there's a way in, or.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
So this is the final tier, the fourth tier of this city, and it is about twice the size of all the other tiers, and it pushes up right into the cragged mountain chain that is built into. So you see these kind of icy slopes coming down and hitting a base of this, what once must have been a beautiful grassy field with these big trees, and this massive sun-shaped building in the middle. As you get closer, you see these 3 buildings on each side, so 6 total of these perfectly round little houses. As you pass, you can see, and they have windows, they have doors that look like they've been kicked in. Doesn't look like they're being occupied anymore. But you can see that there is a front door, a very large golden, completely gilded over golden front door to this massive sun building.
Maybe the key goes to that. I run up to the door. I run to it.
Okay, you're still running. It's about 100 feet away.
I start running, and I'm trying to keep my head up for necromancers, but I start running towards it.
You don't
Just
see
in case they knock the arrow. Just in case.
Yeah, I'll stay with her.
Okay. You're all looking around. You don't see any necromancers, and you're running across this lawn. Let me see. Arisette, what is your passive perception?
Passive
it's like 18, right?
perception is 18.
It's 18. Yeah. That's what I thought. So you see Seville kind of turn his head like he heard something. But you slide to a stop, and you suddenly look around. You heard a deep growl, and Dagmara, you hear it too, and it's instantly resonates with you in a different way. And you see on top of the building, coming over this dome, which is not glass.
What is it?
It's looks like some kind of it's a mosaic. It's a beautiful mosaic tile, the entire dome. You see this, and you see these white clawed feet come over, and this head, this like dragon head, come over, and it just opens up these huge. And at first you think it's a full white dragon, but you realize it's another one of these white drakes that you fought, except it's the big one. It's even bigger than the one that you fought down, and it's just huge, and it looks at you. And just massive yell, and you all just freeze in your tracks. And we're just gonna leave it there tonight.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
This is the longest ever battle.
It's a battle. You guys went to war.
We legit.
Oh boy.
Wow. Of course we did.
Yes, you did. I could get a better dragon noise than that. But anyway.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, right.
We're going to need some backup up here.
Yeah. Like, yeah. Hello.
All right.
Wow. Well, that was quite the marathon, and I love that the battle is still going on into the next session.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Thankfully,
Don't get it twisted.
the heavy metal music that I'm playing in the background is like 5 hours long, so I'm covered. I'm ready to go. It's when we.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well.
So I'm so glad everyone's alive and well right now.
Yes.
Honestly, I have to say you've all done really well. And there were lots of different ways that you could have gone.
Right.
So, gone as in gone?
Yeah.
Or like
gone or gone. Yeah, absolutely. So I think you've all done really well to this point. It is an entire city filled with necromancers. So I think you guys are doing great. So yes, I think one more session in the city, and I'm imagining it probably won't even be a full session. So we'll see what happens next time.
You're awfully optimistic about our ability to kill the Mega Drake.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are pretty good.
Something.
We can do it.
Plus, you're all really smart. You don't just go in and slugfest. There are lots of options.
Yeah, I think we're doing good.
Yeah.
Maybe
we get creative.
And I think our viewers are giving us like good luck, so I hope they come back next time around. And
is it like Buckbeak and like other where maybe we just bow to the Drake?
You could try
and then it will be nice to us.
Yeah, let's see what happens.
Just give him a nice, easy shot with his cold breath.
And
just
then
nice
stroke him right on the
the
nose and or here, Drakey. Nice Drakey.
Should be good fun.
Yeah, this one's not going to have the benefit of falling 70 feet.
No.
Oh my gosh.
So this is going to be interesting.
We'll find out if we can talk to him.
I don't want to jinx myself because we were supposed to have minis tonight, but at least for the final battle, I'm thinking we're going to be back with minis and a new mini cam. So definitely come back next time. Check that out.
Sweet.
Which means Ashley and I have a lot of work to do to make sure that actually works. So apologies. Killer Panda about that, but we're going to make it work. So we'll see everybody next time. And let's see, we had an announcement. We'll save one more appeal to the donations. Thank you all for the subscriptions tonight. They're all going into this pot that we're donating to Color of Change. Whether or not you donated tonight, thank you for being here. Take a few minutes out of your day, today, tomorrow, every day going forward to make sure that you're on the side of justice for all humans. And just take care of each other and be good people out there.
Be on the side of love. Be on the side of love.
Yeah.
Just love.
Just love. Yeah. And we love you all so much. We'll see you next week. Thanks for letting us, I'm tired. Thanks for letting us make your Mondays a hell of a lot better. And Peter, let's look out for each other.
Let's look out for each other, everybody.
Love you all. All right. See you next time.
Guys.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.